Hello, everybody. Welcome back. All right, so today I have my clock mold out again, and what I'm going to do is I want to try a bloom in the clock mold. So I have my resin. I have been letting it sit. This is the Lutz resin 1:1, and it has reached 33 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in. And then we're going to add our alcohol inks. Okay, we're just going to let that spread out. Now, this is not a thick mold. It's fairly thin. And I had already did my numbers previously. I didn't video that. I just mixed up black pigment and using a small cup, I put it just in the numbers. Okay. Let's get our bubbles out. Okay. And I see a bubble right there. Get that up. Just gonna make sure there's no bubbles hanging out down on those numbers. How is everybody today? It's evening here when you're watching this. For me. I guess not when you're watching it. It's evening for me. You know what? I'm not going to use that. This is a pretty thin mold, so I don't want to. I'm going to use my other lighter instead, just to be on the safe side. Okay. Now, the colors I chose for today are yellow, orange, and red. Thought they'd go well together. I think I want to put my yellow in the middle. And now there is a knob there in the middle, so I'm actually just going to go around that like this. And then I'm going to put the red around that and then the orange around the outside. And these will all pull in. Okay. And then we'll add our orange. Just making sure I give them all a good shake before I add them. This orange, yeah, I remember correctly now. It doesn't work well. Let me just punch it. Okay, I just put in, hopefully it'll come out now. I just put another, redid the hole in it. Now, I have this bottle, I always wonder why it says orange, because quite frankly, looks red to me. Looks more red than the red does. All right. Okay, we're just going to let those do their thing for a minute. I'm going to pour some white into my cup. Okay, I weighed out 20 grams of clear into a cup. I'm just going to add my Cast and Craft. Two drops of Cast and Craft. And then I'm going to give that a stir. Oops, sorry guys. All right, and that's what it looks like on my stick. I want to give these colors a swirl. See if I can get some of that yellow mixed out, just like that. Get some of the pink out to the edges, although that wasn't pink, it was actually red. And the edge is supposed to be orange. Okay, and then we're going to go in with our white. I watched Julie do this method. I'm going to give it a shot. So she didn't pipe it or anything. She took it on her stick and she just kind of made petals, or swirls, I would probably call them more, with her stick. So I'm going to try the same thing. I'm not used to doing this with the stick. Might take a little practice, but we'll see. Because you don't want it too blobby. And of course, where you start it, it's going to be more of a blob than where you're pulling it through. But you can go back with your stick and kind of even those out as well. Yeah, you kind of have to be careful. That one I just did is definitely going to be kind of blobby. So what I'll do is probably go in with my little silicone stick like this and just kind of shape that out. Excuse me. I actually think it's easier for me to turn the mold than it is to try to turn my hand. If this turns out, I probably might put this in my washroom. The hair on my stick. Let me get that off. All right. just going to add these all around. Because of course I won't use all the resin that I mixed for this, but this makes it easy. Whoops, that was a drippy. Okay. Of course, this is going to pull in. I think I left a little bit of, well, I don't know after I put this in. I'll see if I left any room for a back coat. If I think this turns out, I may add a back coat to it. Just with something a little bit darker to bring out the bloom. Now my numbers are black, so I wouldn't use black. It probably, and I might even just leave it like so it's a little translucent. Whatever, put it on the back, so darker but still see-through, because I still need to be able to see my numbers. I don't know if this would be easier with the piping bag or not. My hand's falling asleep today. Can you believe it's August already? Can't. Just can't. Our summers are so short. They feel short. I know they're the same length as every other season, but on the calendar, anyways. When you live in a northern climate, they seem short. Hopefully I'm not adding too much in here. I think it may just seem like more than I'm normally used to because it's a much larger, it's not like a small coaster. So, all right, I'm just going to add some here in the middle. Okay. Well, I used about half of that. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with my stick and I'm going to kind of shape them a bit to even out those blobby ends. Shouldn't mess with this a whole lot. Just never know when you're going to. You always want to mess with it more to see if we can make it better. Okay, I think that's all I'm doing, guys. We'll let this sit until tomorrow and see what we get. Now, I can't really swirl from the middle because in my middle I have a piece of silicone, but I am going to swirl a bit just out here. Just like that. All right, we're done. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hey, everybody. All right, so I'm going to unmold my clock, and I was going to top coat it, but it actually filled up more than I thought. So if I top coat it, I'll probably just take it out of the mold and then do the top coat. But I want to see if it turned out first before I do the top coat. So with the leftover resin, I actually had enough to do another coaster. I didn't record it. I actually thought that the resin was probably too thick to turn out, but I thought I'd do it anyway. So let's take a look at this one first and see what we have. This one I just used pink and blue with the white. I didn't only use the two colors. So, all right, let's take a look. Ooh, well, that turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. That's a pleasant surprise. Look at, I really like that. I may put it back in on this one too, or I may just leave it with the clear. I love the center. Okay, that's one of my more successful blooms. Very pretty. Okay, let's take a look at our clock. Um, all right, I have high hopes. Okay, I like this. Um, I love the colors. I love the center with that yellow. I wish the yellow had come out a bit more, but you can see the three colors, the yellow, the red, and the orange. Maybe I can get this bloom thing because I'm pleased with this. Very pleased. What do you guys think? I'm smiling because I have not had successful blooms. Uh, so yeah, so this was using the method rather than piping the like the white around, just using the stick. I think, one thing you need to be aware of is, that you do smooth out. I mean, because, these are a little bit probably heavier than they should have been for some of these, but you can smooth those out. But it definitely bloomed. Um, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with both of these. So I'm gonna add the clock pieces. They're still packed up someplace, but I'll see if I can find them. And it's dark and gloomy outside. I don't know if it's going outside today may I probably won't take them outside, take the pictures just based on it's raining out right now, but I'm gonna find my clock pieces and put this together, and I'll include that picture in the as part of the video. So thanks everybody. We'll see you in the next one.